So I tore apart the LT1 that I picked up on Facebook Marketplace. And what did I find? Stick around and you'll find out. Here's the video. So we're going to start tearing it apart. I'm not sure exactly what stuff I'm going to show you and what stuff I'm not going to show you. Don't use this on a customer's car, whatever you do. I'm just using it to break it free. I would never use it to tighten it up. And yeah, there's definitely a little bit of coolant in there, I think. Hard to tell. But we're going to find out. Just got to get it drained out. And I got to tear it down. So while that's draining, I'm going to start tearing the rest of this apart. I'm sorry. But we shall see. Got to take that air pump off. And here's that whacked out water pump. And there's the whacked out distributor behind it. So the water pump is driven by that gear that comes off the timing chain. So yeah, pretty bizarre setup, but that's how they did it. All right, let me start tearing this apart. Like I said, I'm not 100% certain everything I'm going to show you, but oops, we shall see. We shall see what I show you. When I get to important stuff, I'll show you that. I just want to see, like I said, I want to get this thing apart because the guy said, you know, if there's anything catastrophically wrong with it, you know, spun a bearing, anything like that, which he doesn't think, but he said, you know, you never know. He said, just let him know. So that's, I want to get this thing apart as fast as possible so this way I can let him know the condition of it. So, all right, let's go. One thing I want to show you, if you recall, we've always been told, don't put ignition wires dead up against the engine block or up against metal, separated by plastic. What does the factory do? They run it inside a metal bracket right up against the cylinder head. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever done ignition wires on one of these in the car. Woo, that's not fun. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, that's factory. That's what they do. Yeah. But we've been told our whole lives, don't do this, but yet that's how it was done. Actually, these are replacement wires. Somebody did replace them. But that's the factory routing. That's how they do it. So, I think it might go through here, but it still goes through this metal bracket. I mean, how they couldn't come up with something better than that, who the heck knows. Anyway, just wanted to show you that. So I got the water pump unbolted, and you can see by the bolts, somebody did a water pump on this at one point, or at least had it off, maybe did a cap and rotor, and somebody went like really happy with the silicone, like a little too much. And in all honesty, I don't know if you guys know the smell, but the smell of a blown head gasket when you pull bolts out, I could smell it. It stinks. So I'm still hopeful it's going to be okay. But one thing I did notice is if you look at the nipple there for the cooling line going to the throttle body, it's all rusty. So that tells me there's going to be rust inside this block, like somebody just put straight up water in it. So we're going to find out. Whoa, sorry about that. And also, dang it, sorry about that. There is a ton of silicone sealer here. But yeah, that's the actual drive for the water pump right there. This thing is tight as all get out too. All right. This thing, a lot of people think it's a socket when they find it on the floor. Little do they realize they forgot to put it in place because it drives right on there. It's splined. See that? So yeah, I've seen that happen before. People forget to put that in. They see it laying on the floor, they think it's a socket or something like that. So yeah, it creates a kerfuffle. All right, let me continue unbolting stuff. I just wanted to show you that. Let's take the valve cover off and see what we got here. I do not know what I'm going to find. It's a little mungy. Yeah, this thing was not super well maintained, that's for sure. You can tell by looking in there. See the buildup? But that doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot just yet. Like I said, as long as it didn't eat a roller lifter, and as long as it didn't eat the a bearing, then it should be all right for use. So, but let's keep tearing into it. All right, let's pop the intake off and see what we have underneath it. Yeah, kind of what I expected. Not horrible, but not great. So at this point, I got to take the rocker arms and that off and take a good look at the, and then get the lifters out and take a look at those, see if anything got eaten up. All right, let me take all the rockers off. You saw this all in the last video, so I'm just gonna, I'll show you when I come across something interesting. Let's take the head bolts out. Remember, this is where I broke the one on the other head, on the other engine. All of those came free without anything breaking. Let's go to the other side. Oh, I did drain the coolant out of the block. I didn't drain this side though. That head bolt was loose. So was that one. Who wants to bet we're going to find a blown head gasket in that area? All right, let me get all the bolts out and then we'll pull the heads off. Okay, I don't know if these heads had ever been off. I know the intake was off. I know the water pump was off. I know somebody broke the snot out of the OptiSpark, but I don't know if these heads have ever been off. Sure I didn't leave something out of the equation here. Oop, I forgot. This thing has, it's got a water pipe in the back of the head here. I got to take that off. That's because this thing does not have a water passage in the head for the intake. That's the reason for that. All right, I think these are replacement head gaskets. But yeah, just as I suspected. That burned up right there. See how the gasket's all pitted right in there? That is a burned up head gasket. But these two bolts, a couple of these bolts here in this area, were not torqued correctly. So this head has been off of here. I don't know what had happened. And you can see actually, you can see how those pistons are kind of on a clean side. It's oil, but that's all right. Okay, let's get this head off. See if I have a surprise awaiting me on that side. And ugh, this side is kind of gooey. It's got a little bit of rust in the cylinders too. That's all right, that'll hone out. But this appears to be an original head gasket. This one doesn't appear to be blown though. I mean, they could be original gaskets. I don't know. I can't tell. But this side has a little bit of rust in the cylinder, which is fine. That's not detrimental. At least I don't think it is. I think I can hone that out. I'm going to probably send this thing to a machine shop regardless. All right, let me take the tray out of here so I can get the lifters out, and then let's inspect all that. Got all the lifters out, and they all look good. I mean, you know, they got wear on them like they should, but they're not all destroyed. You know, they're not like that one that was all pitted out. They're all like in this condition, which is fine. That's perfect. That's what I wanted to see, because that just tells me that metal is not flowing all throughout the system. I still got to look at the bottom end. So let me get the front of this apart. I'm not going to make the same mistake with that. But let me get the front of this apart, and then we'll turn this thing over and we'll get the bottom end apart. All right, I got it off without the epic fail I had last time. I learned my lesson. Yep, learned my lesson. Good on that last one. All right, let me just keep going. There it is. The wonderful OptiSpark in all its glory. The worst ignition system ever created. I do want to see if this side is like the other side, where nothing will come out because it's just loaded with corrosion. That's how the other engine was. Oh no, this one actually is draining. Okay. Stinks, I will tell you that. Let's pop the pan off. It's mungy. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. I mean, I've seen worse, I've seen better. Alright, let's, alright, basically the same thing as what I did before. I'm going to take everything apart there and then I'll show you as I get it apart. Okay, got all the pistons out. There was no spun bearings or, ruined bearings. I mean, the bearings are wiped out. They're worn. No big deal. One thing I did notice, and this is because of lack of oil changes. See how this doesn't want to rotate nice and easily? Now it does. Like if they don't want to do this, sorry. That's from lack of oil changes. So there's carbon and sludge built up on the piston pin. But yeah, the main bearings, they're worn out, but nothing's hammered. The crank doesn't look bad at all. I can probably polish that out at home. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do. The little bit of rust that was in that one cylinder really, it didn't affect pulling the piston out. So all the pistons look okay, all the bearings look okay. I mean, worn, like I said. So last but not least, I got to get that cam out. So let me get the crank out, lay that on the ground, and put the caps back on. Because I got to decide what I want to do. I may just send it to get boiled out, just because it's so full of mung, so to speak. So yeah, let me do that. Let me just get the crank on the ground and put the caps back on, and we'll go from there. So the cam itself, you can see, it does not look bad. The bearings are actually copper-faced, which I didn't expect that, to be honest with you. But the other ones, you could see like the heavy grooving in there. So, but I'm gonna have this block boiled out. There's just too much going on with it. And then also the water pump drive, because whoever it was not big on changing oil, this bearing is like binding up. So that was ready to fail had this thing kept going. It feels like a bad wheel bearing, which essentially is what it is. I'm assuming you can get just that bearing. I'd have to find out. Although I do have the other one for the other engine, so I'm not overly concerned. So I think what I'm going to do is take this thing to work, because we have that bath there, that parts washer that we could put it on. It's got a turntable. I think I've shown you that before. We use those for transmissions and engines and stuff like that. So I might just take this to work, and because I'm going to be there all next week, and I'll just bring it there and just clean it there. What the heck, right? So, all right. That's going to end this video. I hope you got something out of this. I'm happy with this. This was going to work out exactly for what I need. I do have to send the heads out. I don't trust the heads. I'm going to send them out. At least I have a total of 4. So, and they're all the same head, left and right, I believe. Yeah, they should be the same. They have that water port at the back, but there's a plug for the front side, so it should be a water port that just passes all the way through. But yeah, so anyway, that's it. All right, guys, I hope you got something out of that. If you did, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, have a great day, and keep wrenching.